Y'all know what time it is, man. We on another episode of Trill Talk No Cap.
What's good, homie?
What's good, fam? How you living? Hey, what's up, Miss Chinese Nick? I'm trying to give the San Antonians a bigger idea of what we're talking about and how legendary this shit is. Yo, what's good, man? Y'all already know what it is. You dig what I'm saying? This is another great episode of Trill Talk No Cap, where all we do is talk trill, and the only capping that we do is the ones we wear on our heads. You dig what I'm saying? Welcome to culture. You dig? You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Let them know that we had a podcast right here on Tuesdays. Today is a cool ass day, man. I got my dog D-Lo with me. You know what I'm saying? My Domino's partner. You know what I mean? That's what you want to call it.
Yeah, Domino's master, boy.
Yeah.
Why you playing with me?
This nigga is the type of nigga to piss you off during Domino's. First thing I want to say, D-Lo, is that when I first met you, bro, it was crazy because you got a certain energy about yourself. So for me, it was like, this nigga, like, he got a serious, like, face on his ass, like he want to beat up everybody in the building, but then he hella cool. He be dancing and shit, and he be just, you know what I'm saying, he like a whole vibe, but at the end of the day, the nigga also got this, like, nigga, I don't fuck with nobody, like, type look. So it's cool, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I never met a nigga who had a serious face and be a vibe at the same time. Like, either you want to, yeah. So it's like, so, you know, I thought that was dope about you. So I always kind of wanted to know, like, what does this nigga do? Then I see you bartending and shit. I'm like, okay. Yeah. But come to find out after getting to know you and becoming your friend, it seemed like that you just do that. Your history and what you do is a lot more to you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So tell me a little bit about where you from, bro, and how was your upbringing?
So, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the Bay Area. Originally I'm from overseas. I was actually born in Longsdorf, Germany, right outside of Kaiserslautern.
Okay. I was born in Germany too. I was born in Nuremberg. That's crazy.
Okay, yeah, on my mama, boy. So I came to the States probably around when I was like 5 to 6 years old, right? Spent majority of my time in the Bay Area, East Oakland, 94th and Johnson. You dig what I'm saying?
Oakland, the other side of the bridge.
The other side of the bridge. Well, so I ain't gonna lie, I've really been like a hustler since I was a kid. Like, I've never really stayed stagnant in one thing. I like multiple things. I like bartending. I like officiating, like basketball, football. I like working with kids. You know what I'm saying? I like property management. I dibble and dabble in quite a few things, if I do say so myself. I'm a man of many hats. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. So, you know, I want to ask you, so growing up, did you had brothers and sisters growing up? Man, oh man. Boy, I got 9 siblings. 9.
That's what's
Count
up.
them.
That's crazy.
I got 2 hands, boy, including myself. That shit. Christmas be lit, though. I mean, not grown now. I'm not going to lie. Like, gifts kind of suck now when I'm grown. But when I was a kid, oh, yeah, it was jumping. It was jumping deep.
Hell yeah.
I ain't going to lie to you.
So you like, so I noticed too, like you dialed into. So when I come in, sometimes like when I first seen you, when I first ever like met you and shit, when I was getting to know you, you would always be dancing and really getting to it. You know what I'm saying, or some shit. And that shit was live. Like, so dancing is a part of your life, though.
Yeah. So I started dancing when I was like a kid, for real. I ain't gonna lie. I started off with a company out there in the Bay Area. You know, not to be named or anything like that, but I started off with them when I was like, I'll say 9. Yeah. And I just dibbled and dabbled from school and then intertwined it between sports and stuff like that for the most part. It was calm. Like, I really do enjoy dance. I enjoy the freedom that it gives. I enjoy the connections and the creativity that it also brings with individuals. I think it's a really dope way to express yourself and actually be able to communicate with people outside of like a verbal language.
Did you dance? Have you danced like on the big stages and all that with like celebrities and all that shit?
I've done a couple of little low key things or whatever. I did some backup work or whatever when I was in LA for a little bit, just for a couple of people. I actually just tried to get on Usher's tour back because little do you know, I skate. Fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's okay. I like to skate too, nigga.
Yeah, I do my ATS stuff.
You know what I mean?
Oh God.
And you hoop a little bit too. We got you on the court. You got a little you got some hops, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga be flying through the air. You know what I mean?
I would say that basketball was a cool little. You feel me? I'm meaner at football. If you want me to be 100% honest, I ended up playing over.
Man, nigga ain't beat my team, but you definitely did your thing on that court.
I ain't lose. My man didn't score. That's like, my man. I did my job.
I did good.
Look, I did great. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's what you got to learn to pick up. Look, if you didn't win, what did you do to stop us from not losing?
You that nigga on ESPN, they be like, what about the team? Like, look, man, I don't know what the team doing.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm saying? I had 36 points, nigga.
36, 12, and 5.
That nigga crazy. Nah, that's crazy, bro. I think that's dope, though, man. Like I said, you a jack of all trades, you know what I mean? Definitely doing your thing, man, out here, you know what I mean? You came to San Antonio. What brought you to San Antonio?
So what actually brought me to San Antonio? So my sister is actually the housing manager, housing chief for the military, for the Army. So she's actually on a deployment right now over in Germany for the next 6 or 7 months. She got 3 kids. Okay. So I got 3 kids now. I ain't gonna lie to you. So because her deployment wasn't long enough to uproot the family and transition all that or whatever, and I have the flexibility and or the ability to move around whenever I want, however I want, I told her I'd take care of the kids. So I got a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 9-year-old that I'm responsible for. Yeah,
that's what's up.
On some Uncle Dad-ish. You know what I'm saying?
But that's dope, though.
Yeah.
That's dope that you take on that responsibility like that, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dads that don't, man, so it's good to see it, you know what I mean? And you seem like a real family-oriented person, too. Like, you be locked in with your fam and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, with it always being, like I said, there's so many of us, right? So there's like I said, there's 10 of us total. So we were always with somebody. Need that be walking from school, sports, athletics, just kicking it with friends. I mean, I didn't really have friends until I got upper in age or whatever. For real. I just hang out with my siblings. Like, that's just what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah, I would say I'm family oriented. I want a big family. I even treat people like at culture, like my family for real. Like I be, for me, making sure they straight. Even you for real, outside of the court and dominoes, but outside of that, on my mama, we family.
No, for sure. Yeah, they're my dog, man. My dog. I gotta ask too, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like to ask other men this. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's one of the most things that you feel like as a man that you've accomplished? You know what I'm saying? As far as like becoming a better man. And then, like, I want to ask, it's like a 2-part question. Like, what do you feel like, you know what, I've gained, like, it could be something like I've gained more patience, and then what's the thing that you feel like has been the most challenging as a man in your life?
Okay, so what have I done as a man that I can be happy, basically be proud of, basically? Yeah,
that you could, like, that you worked on and you became that.
I can 1,000% say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I have never been the reason for a woman not feeling as great as she is, if that makes sense. So I've never been the reason, like, she didn't have to worry about me lying to her about where I was going or what I was doing, this, that, and the third, or
right.
You know what I'm saying, making sure that she was appreciated in all situations, and like in all situations that I could give type. So I could really say that because my mom was my focal point as a child, I made sure that I hindered my being as an individual towards the women's perspective, if that makes sense.
And I love that you answered that, because I feel like that the segue of what I was going to talk about later is perfect now. So do you feel that that's a great trait to have as a man, first of all, but do you feel that all women deserve that? Because the reason why I say that is because I just read a thing about Tyrese, and Tyrese married a woman that recently said that she married him for a business plan. And he found that out. She married him because she wanted to elevate in life. So, I feel like this man worked hard his whole career and had to give up his house. This nigga don't have a house now because it's to his baby and his wife. So do you feel like that, because a lot, let's be honest, a lot of people of today, I'm not going to just say women, men too, a lot of people of today, I feel like don't deserve the greatest qualities from you.
So what I will say on that regard, right, is I stand very firm on, for instance, right, just because a woman or somebody does something to you, there's no reason or rhyme that I have to change who I am as an individual, right? So just because you have ulterior motives doesn't mean the next person is going to, which doesn't mean that I need to sit here and harbor the feelings that I have for you onto that next person. I'm not going to change as a person. I'm going to be cold-hearted and wholesome about everything that I have to offer and or bring, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm also not going to sit here and pretend that I'm just the greatest person in the world. I'm the best at what I am for who I'm with at that time. because we all know that we change daily. You know what I'm saying? Like, the versions of us change every single day. We're not the same person yesterday we were today. We're not going to be the same person tomorrow. We're ever changing. So whenever people, I don't know how to explain it, G. Like, in my head, I swear it makes so much sense.
No, I get where you going with it. What would you say your biggest flaws is as a man?
Oh, my biggest flaw? I already got that one down on God. Yo, I don't give no chances. You fuck up one time. Yo ass is grass.
He says your ass is grass.
And I don't mean like, because people like get fuck up as, they get misconstrued. A fuck up isn't a mistake, right? Those are two completely different things. When I say a fuck up, you intentionally knew what you were doing. You knew what the outcome was going to be, and you risked that outcome. That's a fuck up. A mistake is, I didn't have the information, or I did this, that, and the third, not knowing that I was going to make you feel this way. That's a mistake. I can understand it a mistake. I can work with a mistake. But a fuck up, you chose, like, cheating. There's no way to make cheating a mistake. That's a fuck up. You don't fall into coochie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't happen. Oh, my button popped. No, like, it doesn't happen. You see what I'm saying? So that in my regard is.
But I look at it like this. Like, especially and we count today's age, right? I've heard women say that, or men tell me stories about them getting cheated on behind them not giving the woman the attention that she felt she deserved. So the only way that she felt like she could get that attention is if she cheated on that man.
So let me
and
break
it woke
down.
him up like, what the fuck?
So let me break that. So the reason that statement in society doesn't make sense, and the reason that they run with it is because socially speaking, cheating is accepted. Social media, cheating is accepted on multiple platforms. It's glorified and or it's provocated to where individuals feel like that shit's okay. And that's a steer way of getting out of taking accountability for because there's no reason that you had to cheat on an individual. You can have a conversation. If you're not happy in a situation, do this magical thing like this right here and leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to stay there. Those are choices. And you're trying to hold another individual in contempt of the choices that you chose to make and make it seem like it was their fault. No, I feel like that's narcissistic, if you really want to be honest. Like,
yeah, no doubt.
That doesn't make any sense.
I believe too that shit work not only in relationships but friendships too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna be solid with me and I'm your dog, then you gotta, you know what I mean? It's certain lines that can't be crossed.
No, I
you know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like it's boundaries. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all could do whatever and always become friends. I know friends we didn't caught a fair one and we still homies. You know what I mean? But I feel like that should go across the board. You know what I'm saying? As far as there are always boundaries and lines that are drawn. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that once you set those boundaries, there should never be no confusion on what that person on basically on what you said, a fuck up and a mistake. If you set those boundaries, there should never be no confusion on what a fuck up and a mistake is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Concur.
But you have to do that shit in the beginning.
Yeah, off the rip. I feel like
I
feel like that's the only way to have a healthy relationship, a healthy friendship. I feel like to understand what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. Like, for instance, think about it, right? When I first met you or whatever, like, you slipped up or you said the bitch word, right? Yeah. I was like, bro, where I'm from, like, you feel me? I just like, we don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I respect that. I feel like I understand where you're coming from. I didn't mean no disrespect by it. It's like, I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? And we never had no whatchamacallit left because we established X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if those conversations now we can happen in the situation, but I feel like those conversations just need to be had, or else we'll never be anything dealing with the ship. It'll be an acquaintance. You'll be an acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? A hi and bye, which that's okay for some people.
Right.
And that's just, you feel me?
Absolutely. Like I say, I feel like that, like, you know what I'm saying, once you set those, but if you don't set them early, then how's a person gonna really know what's wrong or right if they don't know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
And a lot of times that comes with accountability. Like, I can't be mad at this nigga if he don't know that that's not something that I always like. If I don't tell him, if I don't speak up, you know what I'm saying? One thing I say is, like, you know what I mean? You know, say shit with your chest. Even niggas that talk shit behind your back, like, bro, hate on me with your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hate behind my back. Like, you know what I mean? So
don't say it. Look, don't be practicing being a mime and shit. Now all of a sudden you want to sit here and talk in your mindscape. Nah, say that out loud.
Yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
you. On my mama, I feel that.
Absolutely, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely live by a moral code.
Facts.
You know
100%.
what I'm saying? Does that have something to do with your upbringing, or that's just who you became as you got older and started becoming a man?
I feel like it really plays a play, or I feel like it really, the answer to that question would really be both. Because like I said, I grew up with my mama. Like, but my mom wasn't the.
Did you know your pops?
I knew who he was. I mean, I knew who he was. He was gone for a minute. And they try to tell me all the time, like, hey, yo, your dad didn't leave. It was the military, this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay, I can understand that to a degree. It wasn't until I got probably in my early 20s to
Right.
where I really sat down and actually thought about and, like, tried to have a conversation and let him know, like, how I was feeling. And, like, because I'm not going to lie to you, G. I was messed up as a kid, boy. My mom didn't do sports. My mom wasn't affectionate. She wasn't nurturing like that. My mom was a correctional officer of a high standing, very meticulous, very put together, very poised. It goes this way, this way. The very first time I can remember getting a hug from my mom, and the last time I can remember getting a hug from my mom, I think I was in 6th grade graduation. 6th grade graduation is the last hug I got from my mama, right? Yeah. Everything else has been like, you feel me, like toughen up, get it together, like PB, like. But I know it's all out of love. You see what I'm saying? She'll say love you and stuff like that. But now personally, I don't say it. I'll be like, got love for you too, and keep it pushing.
But you seem like a loving person. So
Very much so.
Did that trigger the love in you to say, you know, I love her for the love that she was able to show me, but I am going to be a more loving person? Or was you just naturally a loving person? I
feel like I'm a loving person due to the fact that I was always, like, I seeked attention. So I realized that people that got the best attention were the people that gave out love. And that's what I wanted, right? So I can love you from a distance, or I can love you and I can love you from a distance, or I can love you in your face, because at the end of the day, I know the feelings I'm going to have or that I'm going to resonate inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't like to just, you feel me, sit here and put on a fake facade or a fake front for individuals. I want you to genuinely feel where I'm coming from. That's why I can have conversations with just about anybody.
Right.
And, you know, pick their brain or, you know, try to understand what they got going on. But I will say I do, as an individual, lack sympathy and empathy. I can't necessarily feel for a situation that I haven't been through.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like sympathy is an easy way to cop out, to sit here and say that everything's okay. I'm a logical person. I want to understand exactly why you feel the way you feel.
I just learned that. So I just learned how to have this sympathy and empathy. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why I say that is because, like, I didn't think depression was a real thing. I thought it was an excuse for people to, and I still feel bad about this to this day, but it wasn't that I was trying to. It was just lack of knowledge of knowing what it was and knowing that I wasn't going through it. Because where I come from, you just stick it out and nigga, you making shit happen. Like you don't have time to be sad about shit. You gotta do some shit. So when I started realizing, it took a female friend of mine that told me that I was fucked up for saying that depression ain't a real thing, because you talking to the people that going through that shit for real. Yeah. So I was like, shit, like it made me really study and go and research that shit and see that people really do go through shit. And it may not be big to you because everybody's life has different paths. What's big to you may not be big to them.
Somebody else.
But at the end of the day, as a friend, as a person, as a partner, as a lover, you look at it and say, you know what? This may not be big to me, but I need to be here for this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I tell people all the time, you really got to listen to people and really got to understand and tap into what they going through and give them something else, then it's going to be okay, or God got you. Because when people are really hurting, some shit is really going on, that's like literally like the last things they want to hear. I'm being honest.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah, because that everything is going to be okay, or...
Yeah, because it's not.
Bro, I'm not trying to hear nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit.
I try not to say that. Like, I really try my hardest. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are situations where I feel like, I might slip up. But for the most part, I try to steer away from those types of responses.
Yeah, for sure. I try to tap in. Because to me, too, like, I've always been a person that wants you to, like, almost explain why you giving me what you giving me. As far as like people say, I feel like when people love you, they feel like they have to say certain things to you, right? They don't have to, but people will do it out of like impulse or out of just natural response. Yeah. And I feel like when people say shit like, you know, hey bro, I'm proud of you, or like, but why are you proud of me? Like, what did I do for you to? I just woke up, so you're proud that I woke up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know why you're saying that. If you can't really give me an explanation, then it tells me right then and there you're just saying that. You're just saying it. You're just saying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, why do you say that? Well, why do you say that?
Why you say that?
See, but now with that response, right? If that's the response that we're gonna go with, not saying that you're necessarily wrong, but if we gave that same response in towards a woman's feelings and needing reassurance in a relationship, right? Would that be the same skew? It wouldn't be, because you would look at me as the man in this relationship to reassure you and let you know that I love you day in and day out, or give you reasons on why I choose to love you each and every day, right? So me asking for existential information from you isn't necessarily stopping what I got going on or taking away from the achievements that I've achieved. That's the reason that you're proud of me. But sometimes I want to see that you acknowledge me for me. Because just because I got this going on doesn't mean that you're privy to what's actually going on. I got an award, but you don't know what it took for me to get that award. So why are you happy that I just got the award? Or are you actually happy about the steps that I took in order to actually
You know what's crazy? I think y'all both right. Listening to both of y'all explanations, y'all both are actually right. There's no wrong in neither thing that y'all are saying. I feel like that, like, it just depends on the person. You know, some people just do need to hear that I'm proud of you. Shout out to Gorilla Kickers in the building. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Some people just need to hear it, but I feel like that, like, a person like myself, I do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a podcast, I got a clothing line, and I'm a rapper. I fucking run a school program. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm a person that's gonna give it to you in depth. If I know you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if these my 3 family members right here, and you know what I'm saying, I'm like, hey, I wanna let you know the last 6 weeks, let's say she joined the military, you then became an E4. I'm tapped into everything. Are y'all in the military? Oh shit, that's crazy. I just pointed at her too. I said she in the military. I'm saying, like, and she just got promoted. I already know that. You know what I'm saying? Did you really get promoted? Are you an E4? E5? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's God right there. But nah, so it's crazy because I will, if I know you for years, I'm already knowing. You feel what I'm saying? So when I say I'm proud of you, I'm gonna give it to you in depth. Like, man, I know how hard you work. I know how that basic training was. You know what I'm saying? I know how them niggas you gotta deal with in your face, and you're not used to that because where we from, nigga, get out of my face, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta bite your tongue, because you know at the end of the day you trying to get paid. You're not trying to get hit with no Article 15s. You're not trying to deal with nobody bullshit. So you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I look at that and I'm like, that's why I'm proud of you. Because not everybody could withstand that. But that's me giving it to you in death. Rather than, you gonna feel that more than me just saying, hey, I'm proud of you. Because in your head, you like, nigga, you been knowing me for years. What the fuck is you proud? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that both of y'all are right in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I just think it depends on the person that you're dealing with. Now, there are other people that just need to hear it. That just need to hear you proud because they never hear it. There are some people like that just don't get praises, and they work, and people work fucking hard. And sometimes it's like, damn, like, I may work at this insurance company. Nobody really cares. They just like hanging with me. We out, they my friend, but they don't really ask about my work. But nigga, I've been promoted 6 times. Nobody ever said, hey, let's go turn up for your, you know what I mean? Because they not really tapped in. They just saying, hey, you could tell them, and this the response you normally gonna get. Oh, girl, that's good. Hey, shit, that's what's up. And then we gonna move on from the subject. You deserve more than that. You know what I mean? So it depends on the person that you're dealing with. I feel like that. And you know, that's the world we living in now. It's like people aren't really as tapped in. I think social media plays a part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I cannot lie. I feel like social media, it's just something that's like, it's a bittersweet.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like social media in itself as a concept is a great tool to have, but I feel like it's a terrible tool to have personally. I really do feel like social media should be there for non-personal perspectives, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be there for businesses, stuff like that, things that are trying to elevate. Because when you have, I don't know, I feel like we can get into that when we get to the relationship.
Nah, I think that's real though. I think that like, you know, like I got daughters, and we you know, one thing that I started was like just I don't play the radio too much when I'm in the car with them, unless we go on a short distance. I talk to them. You know what I'm saying? We have those. I'm trying to. One thing I'm trying to start is harder to start, but I'm trying to start no electronics at the dinner table. You know what I'm saying? We just kicking it at the dinner table. You know what I mean? If anybody got something to talk about, I don't give a fuck what we talk about. We could talk about my daughter. She little. She like to play with slime. We could talk about slime, nigga. What slime made out of? How you play with that shit? How do you not get bored? I be really asking these questions like, how do you play with slime, nigga? Like you do this and you do this and I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't eat it. You just do this and stretch it and then I'm done. That's what we talking about. Or I got a, you know what I'm saying, my baby Aaliyah, you know what I mean? I've been raising her since she was 3. I got 2 biological daughters, and that's my 3rd daughter. I call her my daughter. You know what I'm saying? She 14 now. She into boys. I hate hearing that shit. I hate hearing that shit, bro. She just told me the other day, oh, Dad, I went to the festival and I shared a snow cone. I was like, fuck out my face. But I had to learn to stop doing that shit because she looking for understanding from me. And I know that if I'm too strict, she gonna do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I want to know, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that she feel comfortable talking to me. But I also, as a father, I got to set those boundaries. Like, hey, I'm not your homeboy, though. I'm still your dad. You know what I'm saying? So you can't come telling me shit like I shared a snow cone with a nigga. Like, first of all, that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you get 1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 knife, and 1 cup in this household from now on.
You know what I'm saying? But it's all an experience. Me, I love learning off of experience. I wasn't just like, I graduated school, I graduated college, but I wasn't like those. I was a nigga that had to study. I wasn't a nigga that can go in the class like some niggas and just take a test and pass that shit. So for me, I've always learned off of experience. Like shit that happened to me, I know how to maneuver to where it don't never happen again, or if I feel a certain way, I don't ever have to feel that way again. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a gift and a curse because I feel like that's what happened with me and women. Like whenever I would meet a woman, I felt hurt when I got my heart broke, so I channeled it into like I can make it to where I never feel like this again. But that's not fair to the women who want to come in my life and actually be a part of my life and be some. But I was like, I just don't want to deal with it because I know what it's like to be hurt. You know, I tell people all the time, you could fall down right now and hurt yourself, break your arm, and you could heal. You could you know, scrape your knee. You could put something over there. When your heart is broke, it ain't no medicine. It ain't shit that you can do, bro. You gonna stop eating. TV shows ain't gonna look the same to you. It's a lot of shit. It's hard to maneuver. You thinking about the shit all day when you trying to put your mind on something else. So it's like a broken heart is a different type of pain because it's no medicine for it. You know what I mean?
Liquor,
that shit. Hey. Nah, liquor.
I feel great after like
nah, you
6
know what?
shots. I feel amazing. I forget
and
about
then
it
you
all.
wake up. You wake up, nigga, that next morning.
It be bad again. I'm not gonna lie. I'll wake up.
It be worse and shit, because now you got a headache and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit be worse. And then, see, a nigga like me, nigga.
But guess what? Guess when I sober up, guess what happens? More liquor.
Yeah.
More liquor.
I'm gonna tell you what don't mix, bro. A broken heart, liquor, and some R&B, don't do that shit.
Oh my!
Hey, cause R&B will have you at the front of their door, like, for real, you ain't gonna open the door. You ain't gonna open.
I just want to talk with the beatbox. Oh God, look right there. But guess what I'm gonna have in the other hand? Some liquor.
Hey, but don't y'all find it weird that whenever you're heartbroken or some shit like that, it's them songs that come on that make it that fucking is about your problem. You ain't heard this Mariah Carey song in 5 years, but as soon as your heart break, nigga, that shit come on. You will always be my baby. Do 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 down. Do 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 down. You be like, what the fuck? I ain't heard this. This song don't never come on the radio. That shit crazy, bro. Like shit like that. Life is crazy. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? Life be lifing, bro. I think we in a season too where everybody, This is a season right now where everybody, I don't care how much money you got, who you are as a person, everybody's going through some shit in this season. I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard one person in this season that I've come across that haven't said to me, I'd be like, hey, bro, usually when you ask a person, yo, how you doing? How you been, bro? Hey, shit, I've been grinding. I've been getting to it. Hey, they tell you some exciting shit. Lately, everybody I've been asking, they like, I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. Kind of going through it. And I'm like, and some niggas say it with a smile, or some niggas that you see, their energy is always up. And then you see them, you be like, hey, what's up, bro? You good? Shit, I ain't gonna even lie. Nigga, shit been kind of crazy. I feel like that's the season right now. Like I got it going on. I think everybody I know right now got it going on. That shit is crazy. But you know, perseverance is what helps. You know what I'm saying? Staying alert, staying aware. Yeah, straight up.
Oh, God.
Exactly. But people gotta understand too, it's just minor setbacks for that major comeback. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep your head up and keep striving, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get to where you wanna be. But if you give up, you know what I mean? I tell people all the time, if you give up on some shit, then that's the day you'll never make it. You know what I mean? The day you gave up is the day you'll never make it. You know what I mean? Yeah, straight up, straight up. And you can't do that because everybody else gonna count you out. So you can't count yourself out. You know what I'm saying? Because all them people that counted you out gonna be right back. You know what I'm saying?
We all still here.
Yeah.
That means if you still here, every last one of us got 100% survival rate for what we did.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you woke up and you healthy, bro, and you ain't got no major disease, nigga, you got another day to start over. You blessed. That's your next chance right there. You know what I'm saying? You can't live in yesterday. That's why I tell people now, bro. The way I move now, I live in today. I used to focus only on my future, but I forgot about the present. I forgot about the things that I'm doing now. Only time I was ever reminded was when people would walk up to me and be like, nigga, you doing your thing, bro. I never really realized it. But now I'm focused on today, still looking at my future, but focused more on today. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, you got to be present. You got to be present in the present. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you just get lost into being caught up in your future. You know what I'm saying? And, nigga, you could die tomorrow. Lord forbid anybody, but you planned for 10 years. And now for what? You know, I tell people I don't see nothing wrong with saving money and do that. Handle your responsibilities, but also don't be afraid to live and spend some money, take some fucking risk. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, bro, you know, I become a better person. And when you start becoming a better person, you feel that shit. You could feel it. It's like you can't even explain it. Like, and I'll tell you this, when you become a better person, you're gonna start losing friends. You're going to start losing people that fucked with you because you're not the way that they want you to be no more. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing for yourself and looking out for yourself, because if you're not right, you can't do right for others. So when you start looking at yourself and you start being there for yourself and putting yourself first, there will be people that have a big problem with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No longer the priority. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Felt that. So not. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna pick me first over all of y'all home. God.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, yeah. Cause exactly. Cause if your cup ain't filled, how you gonna fill somebody else's cup?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If I got this much water in my cup, how I'm gonna fill up your cup? It ain't possible. Exactly. Exactly. You gotta pour into yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tap in. You know what I mean? A lot of people they look for to be celebrated by other people. They look for to be cheered on. You know, you gotta be self-motivated too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at yourself and be like, nigga, I'm that nigga or I'm that girl. You know what I mean? You gotta look at it like that. Right. And sometimes that's all it takes. Something that's simple. I see you've been doing your thing. That's a one sentence that could take you so far and be motivated to do other shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you notice that people are seeing you. You know what I'm saying? But I also want to tell people that, and that's great. But also don't always just depend on that validation. Also look at yourself like, yo, you know what? I am doing a good job. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know who clapping for you. And I tell niggas all the time, don't be afraid to play a role. You know what I'm saying? Some people hate and don't even know that they hating on you. They don't know no better. And they get written off. I tell people all the time, like, I had to tell a homie that, like, hey, bro, you mad at this nigga and you cut him off, but this nigga don't even know that he hating. He frustrated with his own life. So hate is the only thing that he could respond to, because it's the easiest thing to go to. You know what I'm saying? But certain niggas got to play a certain position. I played the background for a lot of niggas before I really got in front. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew how to play my role. You know what I'm saying? I believed in them. I cheered for them. And then my time came. Everybody got a time. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody got a time to be in the front. You just got to be ready for when it's time for you to be in the front, because that's going to determine your longevity in the front or not. But really, they upset, and you know what I'm saying? And they mad because they frustrated with their situation. Or niggas be like, why you ain't putting me on? Like, nigga, listen.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I told myself as I started to become a better person, because like I told y'all earlier, my experiences of becoming a better person, I started noticing that people were saying, like, you changed and you ain't the no. I'm not doing the shit that you want me to do no more, so now I'm different. Now I'm changing. No, nigga, I'm doing for me. I'm doing better. I'm better in myself, which is what you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I look at shit like that. Like I told myself, I would never give if I have 50, we gonna go to the $50 million again. If I had $50 million, right? And I'm not gonna just give you $1 million, because that's gonna run out and you gonna be asking me for more. You're gonna put your hand out again. I'm gonna bring you to the water and teach you how to fish. I'm gonna show you how I get it, or I might even put you in a position that might help me out, but it's gonna get money in your pocket. You know what I mean? And you might not like the position at first, but it's gonna get you paid.
I don't know. If I got 50 million, you want $1 million. You gotta show me what you doing with that $1 million. I ain't gonna.
Just to give you
Just to give you $1 million.
Yeah.
I need to see a business proposition. I need to see some type of proposal, something written down.
A lot of people be gatekeepers. Nah, that's true.
Duh.
I experienced that as an artist.
Hell yeah.
Duh.
What? Oh, you thought because I had the key you could just come in? Nah. Why not? If there was enough abundance. Mm-hmm. Watch this. So you saying there's enough, there's an abundance, there's enough, right? If there was enough and there was an abundance, there wouldn't be a gate to keep, right? There's a reason there's gatekeeping to begin with, right? It's because there's only so much that can be put out. That part. So if I give you the key just because I got the key, and you go and fill this, and then you go get the key off, I mean, what was the point of putting up the gate? That's what I'm saying. It took me look. You just want the key because you know me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People suffer because they are gatekeepers, but it's really enough money for us to get in and still make our own lane. All we need you to do is kind of give us the knowledge.
But you know what though? I feel that too. And I'm gonna tell you, I just had an experience today. I feel that too. Only because I would consider myself, and this is me being 100% real, Gorilla Kickers. You could knock me, or you could tell me if I'm wrong. I'm probably ranked top 5 artists in this city. You know what I'm saying? There are gatekeepers though. I'm right next to the niggas, but there are gatekeepers, bro. And I feel like that some niggas will pick and choose who they want. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna be that gatekeeper, you need to stand on 10 when somebody approach you about that shit. Cause one thing about anything, I don't care what you do, especially in music, if you talk gangster all day in your songs, you gonna get tried. Cause you speaking that gangster shit. If you talk about certain things when it come to you gonna get exposed, they gonna try to get you for everything. So when it comes to that gatekeeping, it's like, okay, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't give you the opportunity. Like if you my best friend, and you come to me and be like, damn, bro, you line this nigga Ken up with a job. You line my nigga up with a job. Why you ain't? I've been rocking with you. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause bro, I've been knowing you for 17 years, and you lazy. You lazy. So again, nigga, this is why I didn't give you.
That's why there's a gate.
This is why I'm gatekeeping you. But I'm saying some people do it to people that didn't deserve that. They doing better. Yeah, there's people like that. And
that's not gatekeeping, that's a hater. We're not going to associate the two. We're not going to sit here and intertwine.
But gatekeepers can be haters. Gatekeepers can be haters.
You got a hater and a gatekeeper. A hater just don't want to see you win. A gatekeeper has reasons in life. Look, if I don't have a reason as to why you can't.
A gatekeeper can be a hater, though. A gatekeeper can be a hater, bro. I believe that. Ain't no gatekeeper like, nigga,
how you going to be a gate? What would... The person with the key.
Yeah. Okay, but check this out. Check this out. It's a good ass conversation. I ain't gonna cap.
She said, who are you to tell me when I'm ready? The person with the key. How the hell you gonna be mad at me? Cause I don't want to give you my shit.
Hey, who are you to tell me I'm ready, man?
That part. Tell him.
Hey, look. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. When he said that, all I could think about was the person in heaven saying, who are you not to let me in? I'm God. I'm fucking God. Like, hello, the heavens and the earth. That's wow, bro. Nah, that's real though.
Man, like I said, if I got 50 million, you want $1 million. What you gonna do for that $1 million?
Shit, I'm gonna try to multiply that hoe.
Where's your plan? Cause they sound good in theory.
Before you even give me the $1 million, like I've had private investors. I mean, not private investors. Yeah, private investors. But I'm like, bro, I can't take your money without having something to show you how I can at least break even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't want to owe nobody nothing.
Man, straight up. Because that's the worst feeling in the world.
I don't like sleeping with fishes. I don't even like a water bed.
Look what we done started.
We done started them. Get on.
Look what we done started.
We done started it.
But I also think that like that it's again, it goes back to like the people got to be willing to be on the same surface as you. So if you around 5 niggas that say you don't know how to grind, but you're around 5 niggas that grind and they getting money, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be the 6th. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the 6th because you around like-minded people. If you around right, if you're around 5 lazy people, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be lazy too. You feel what I'm saying? Because you are who you are around. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay motivated. So I think that like it depends. Like yeah, I could open the gate for everybody that's around me because I know everybody gonna work and everybody. You know, Nipsey was the best at it. His whole crew worked. His whole crew got money. Everybody had a job. Everybody got to the bag in their own way. But because Nipsey set it up like that, and Nipsey eliminated anybody that wasn't grinding. Nigga, you had the same, I gave you the same opportunities as everybody else around this motherfucker, and they flourished, and you didn't. Exactly. You gotta go. And that's, yeah, exactly. Yeah. 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 And that's why I hate about people. Like I love what you just said right there, because I hate when people say, you know, it gotta be 50-50 or they gotta give me listen, in relationships, friendships, business partners, it ain't always gonna be 50-50. Sometimes it's gonna be 70-30, sometimes it's gonna be 80-20, sometimes it be like that. I'm gonna give you my hard 20 and you give me that 80, and I promise you at some point I'm gonna be back to that 50. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna do it like that. Or maybe I'm 80 and you 20. But the thing is, don't look down on the people that's really trying to rock with you because they only giving 20. Well, I do this and I do that. This nigga don't really do. Nigga, he putting in an effort. You know what I'm saying? As long as that effort is in some way trying to move y'all forward, whether that's a relationship, a friendship, business, anything, then. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. And at the end of the day, it's all making 100%. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you putting in the 80 because you still not 100. You need that 20 if you want to be better than the next. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, just know who you are. Stand on anything that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just stand on it, bro. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You just gotta stand on what you believe in, and you gotta stand on who you are as a person. My daughters, I tell them all the time, don't make life fucking hard like everybody else. Life is simple. Figure out who you are and what you want to do. That's life.
I'm not gonna lie.
And stop at nothing, and don't let nobody stop you from achieving that thing that you want to do. Know who you are, though.
I don't agree with you on that one.
You know what I'm saying? People be like swaying because they get around certain people and be like, oh yeah, I feel that too. I'm kind of like, no, nigga, you're not. You're not like that. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas that like I kick it with him. We done some stuff in the past, and that nigga never was outside. He never fought like that. But then get around and tell stories, and it'd be like, yeah, nigga, I remember one time we had to knock 8 niggas out, and we had to happen? I'm like, nigga, what? I'm from your city. You was never outside. What are you talking about? You never did that. Or get around certain females and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know, I had them all. When, nigga, I went to school with you. When was you? Who was you fucking? Who? Like I be wanting to know, like, nigga, cause I'm comfortable with saying I didn't pull her, I didn't do this, I didn't. Like, you gotta be comfortable with yourself. If you didn't do certain things, then cool. Be cool.
Nah, don't try to hold me now. What?
I'm just saying, you ain't never ran into a nigga that fronted for the public.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. But I'm not gonna. Is it my homeboy or is it somebody I don't know?
This could be somebody like you know, like your homeboy.
My homeboy, I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna let you glorify. I'm gonna let him. Oh God, you can do your thug.
But when we get back to the crib, yeah,
nigga, why the hell you out here lying to all these folks like that?
Like, nigga, you was capping hard as fuck.
You told him that you got that black eye from a fist fight. Your grandma punched you in your face because you didn't do your laundry. Knock it off.
Straight up.
But no, I don't know. You said something about you tell your daughter.
I tell them 2 things. I say, know who you are, and decide what you want to do, and let nothing stop you from getting to the things that you want to do. That's life. If you think about it, that's life.
So, do you think that life has to come with heart?
Never let nobody challenge to change your morals or your character.
I believe.
Straight up.
He wasn't even here.
Straight up.
He wasn't even here when I said that.
I believe
earlier.
in that.
On God, yep. We on the same frequency. On my mama.
Yeah. And I hate it because so many people nowadays let that happen. They let people direct their path. They could be so sure when they walk in this building who they are, and one person that's popular or one person they'll let them change their whole narrative of who they are as a person. There's only one person in this entire world, bro, who could stop you from what the fuck you want to do. And that person is the person you look at every day in that fucking mirror.
Well,
that's it. That's it. Can't no nigga stop me, no female, nobody can stop me. If I'm coming, I'm coming. Pause. I'm just saying, there's nothing you can stop my process. If I'm gonna be on, I'm gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? If I'm next up and I believe that, what could you say? I don't care about your experience. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care how popular you are. You can't stop me, my nigga. There's nothing you can do. You wasting your time trying to. Honestly, you wasting your time.
But I always tell people, like, man, a lot of people will do stuff that ain't work for them. They come to you like that because they work for how they change for other people.
Yeah.
But they gonna fail when they come to you like that.
Yeah.
They never see you like you.
Yeah. Straight up. Straight up. And a lot of people got to stop telling people, don't tell everybody your affirmations and your visions. Because they going to do everything they can to knock it down. Oh, you can't do that. You can't. That's impossible. No, nigga, I split impossible up. I split the I am from possible and say I'm possible. That's what we do around here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that, like, you know, just channel into who you are. And this is an important conversation to have because people don't have these conversations. And they're allowing people to change their narrative. And this is why relationships don't work. This is why friendships dissolve. This is why niggas be out here fucking 50 years old talking about type shit. It's a lot of shit going on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that, like, these are the conversations that I love, that I'm glad y'all engaged in, because these are the type of conversations that need to be had, you know what I'm saying? And you got people like D-Lo who come on here who you know, had his upbringing and you know, he shares that, and I love that because everybody comes from different paths. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come from a whole bunch of brothers and sisters, but he did. So he could school me on some shit that I ain't know. Or in a way that I could move that I ain't even know I had a path in that lane. And I could do the same for him and some shit that I know. And that's how we supposed to be feeding off of each other as a people. You know what I'm saying? I just experienced that, what we was talking about earlier though. Today I wanted to mention it. There's a site on Facebook, I don't know if y'all call it. So the number one question that I get asked from all black people that move to San Antonio is 2 questions. What is there to do here? And where are all the black people at?
Nowhere.
That's what those are the 2 questions I get, right? So there's a Facebook page called Black San Antonio, right? And it's called Black San Antonio, and it pissed me. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is Trill Talk No Cap, so I always speak my mind. I hope they watching this shit too, because I told them to chime in. They pissed me the fuck off today, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I looked on the page to see what they was posting, and seeing that they was posted that people was like, hey, where do I get tattoos? Or hey, where is this at? Or where is this event? Where is R&B at? So I was like, okay, this is a place where people could come put their services and people will be able to tap in. So I tapped in. I said, listen, if you guys need a host, if there's anybody out there, you know what I'm saying, that needs an artist to perform, I'm also, you know, I have a school program. If there's any teachers, educators out there, I come to the schools, I do a motivational speech, perform 2 songs, and then I leave with a motivational speech, and then, you know, sign stuff for the kids, whatever. Let me know. It said, High Strong, you have been removed from the page. I said, that's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it showed me that it's my own people. It's crazy. Sometimes it be your own people. They removed me from the page because I put my services down. Because I'm guessing, they didn't reply to me, but I'm guessing it's because it's entertainment and maybe it's not a business. But I'm still giving the people what they asking for on that page. So that type of shit, bro, these are the conversations that help that situation grow. Because now it's in their face. When you know, when people just blow it off like, oh, they removed me. Now they feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's why you got privileged people like that dumbass nigga Trump that say and do what he feel because why? Because nobody checking him. Nobody check. When I was growing up, we had OGs in the neighborhood that check you. You couldn't sell weed or dope if you never did that. They'll slap shit out you. You know what I'm saying? So, well, let's
it depends on your circumstances. Look, there's such thing as a street pharmacist. You know, sometimes people just need their medication. You know what I'm saying, to get through the day.
Nah, yeah, straight up. But you know, people when you going through hard times, people gonna try to find anything that could try to put $1 in their pocket. Unfortunately, they not thinking about the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? But you know, man, once again, man, I got to get ready to wrap up here, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a great episode of Trill Talk. I really appreciate y'all pushing the conversation. We here every Tuesday. Let everybody know we here on Tuesdays, man, you know what I'm saying? I go by High Strong. I'm here with my dog, D-Lo. Make sure y'all tap in with him, you know what I'm saying? Get his Instagram, all that, you know what I mean? I definitely plan on working with the homie when it comes to dancing and all that stuff, you know what I mean? I also have some Fly Zone gear up here available for you guys. I got hoodies, I got shorts, I got rompers, I got shirts. I currently just ran out of hats, but I have some more hats coming soon. And also I got a brand new music video that'll be out soon, you know what I'm saying? It's called Pop My Shit. And it's featuring my artists, Eliza 1K and Neo Alex. So make sure y'all tap in, man. Fuck with me the long way. You know what it is. I love y'all. Peace and love. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. This is Trill Talk.